Hi everyone, my name is Kelvin. I'm back with my video 88. Now in this video, mastering Microsoft Excel video, this round I'm going to talk about the human resource staff headcount and salary report. Now this is actually a question asked by one of the participants, and she showed me her report, the report that she has been showing to the boss every other month. And now the boss requested that the information is to be translated into a chart. So now she's turned to me for some advice. So this is what that report looks like. Let me show you the report. This is how the report looked like. Now I simplify it. It was very colorful, so I don't want it to be colorful. So you have the April, May, June, July, August, September, and you want to see the fluctuation of staff and the total salary of staff that is being paid. Now, what you see now on the top is the permanent staff, and the second part here is the contract staff. So how can we convert this sort of information into a chart? The example that she drawn on the piece of picture is something like this. She wants to turn the salary part at the bottom, okay, where it's divided into permanent staff and also contract staff, then followed by the number of staff. These are all the salary paid, the orange color, then the yellow at the top is basically the number of staff that fluctuate from month to month, right? So if you notice there's no fluctuation, it's from department to department. All right, so it's very little movement in their staff retention. Very good. Now, how can we change this sort of a data into this? So what I plan to do is I'm going to use PowerQuery first to clean up this data and turn it into a tabular format table, right? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to highlight this data, and first I'm going to go to data ribbon, and I say from table and range. Now it doesn't have a header, so I'm just going to click OK. So my Power Query has been loaded. The Power Query has been loaded. Now first I need to separate between permanent and contract staff. So in this column, I'm going to add a column. It says add a column. So in this example, the condition that I'm going to put here is the staff type. Whether I type in the title now, it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to put if column 1 is equals to permanent, which means if this particular column 1 has the word permanent, then pick up the information from a column called column 1. If let's say this one, then I would like to also pull out the contract. So I say add another column. If the column 1 is a contract, then I would like it to pull out the data from column 1 as well. So by doing that, I'm actually inserting another column called staff type. Okay, so I'm going to move this to the front, right click, move to the beginning, so it goes to the front. And I would like to fill it down so that it doesn't look empty. Yeah? So I'm going to fill, right click, fill down. So all these are filled down. Okay. Now there are certain columns that I don't need in this item at the moment. So I don't need the now. So I'm going to take away the now, NULL, for now. For now, I take the now. So it's like taken off. Right. So I need to bring the first column here, right? The first row that I have here, and turn it into a table and change the title. So that's my plan. So I'm going to go to transform, use the first row as my header. There you go. It went all the way up. Okay, it went all the way up. Now I'm going to change this title here. This is called the staff type. Staff type. And the second one here, this is the category. G-O-R-Y. Category. So which means I have got it done, and all these are ready. Now, I don't need to have this category here. I don't need to have the grand total. So I'm just going to go to the category, and I say, okay, let's take away the category. Let's take away the word contract. Let's take away the word grand total and see if there's anything else that I should take it away. Now, there's none of them now. So I've taken in almost everything. Done. So now I'm left with only the departments. plus the type of stuff we have. There you go, almost done. We are almost there. So what I need to do is I need to unpivot, but because these two columns here are for April, then I need to merge them first, temporarily merge them. So I'm going to do this, right click, merge. I'm going to call this, okay, let me just use this colon to actually merge these two columns together. I'm going to call this APR, because this is for April. Okay. Right, so it's one already. Then I go to May and this column 6, right click and merge it. I'm going to repeat this until we see the month of September. Right, so this is called May. We just put that N in one space. Done. Right, then I have June and this, right click, merge the column, colon, and this is called June, Jun, June. So then I do for July, right click, merge column. I'm going to use the colon and I'm going to name this one as JUL for July. And I'm going to continue for August, then September, right? So let's do this. Colon, AUG. And September, that will be the last one. Merge it. There we go. Now, there are many ways to do this, but I choose this way so that it's easy for you to understand what I'm doing. So I have merged the two columns together with a colon, right? So there is a colon that do that. Now, after I've done this, I will select my first column, subtype and the category, right click it, and I will say unpivot other the columns. So all these columns has been unpivoted. So I'm going to go through this one. I'm going to put this as months. Then for this one, I will split it first, split the column first by delimiter, and it's going to use the colon. So there you have two columns. So the value one is basically the number of stuff. So I'm going to put here stuff, number of stuff. And the second column here, this is the total salary. There you go, total salary. I'm going to change this to currency. I'm going to change it. Okay, this is number. So things like everything is in place now, and we can use this. So let's scroll down if we get anything that is empty or not right. Let's look at it. Looks like everything is in good shape. So all I need to do now is I have to load it into the table. So I can choose to load to. Now, since I already have the data, I don't need to see the data anymore in the tabular format. But if I want to, I can load it out as a table. But in my example, I just want to build what we call the pivot table. So I'm just going to use this data to build the pivot table. There you go. I don't want to have extra files, extra table. Take a look. So I just directly just go to the pivot table. There you go. Right. So once I have that pivot table, I can ready to build the pivot table for my chart. So in the next video, I will show you how you can actually build the table, then translate them into the chart. Now, this is what I'm showing you for now. So I hope that you like what you see, and please like and share my video to all the people around you. See if they need this kind of information about the PowerQuery, how do we convert it? Then once we have converted it into a tabular format, we can actually use it for pivot table. All right, so I hope you like it. Please help me to share and like the video as far as you can. Thank you so much. I'll see you in my next video 89, where I'm going to show you how to build a pivot table and convert it into a pivot chart. Thank you so much.